Welcome to the Real Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Castanetti, and I am happily joined today by one of my agents, Tim Horn-Eldred to my right, and Sue Grillo to my left. Today we are talking all things office culture. So when office culture, when the word comes to mind, I always think, what's important? What does culture mean to you guys? And bringing some of my agents on board, obviously they know they have to talk about how amazing our culture is here. But honestly, as far as culture goes, to me, you know, I've worked at a few different places. I've owned several businesses, and there's nothing more important than having good morale and positivity around you. And, you know, in a business such as ours, you know, sometimes it's every man or woman for himself. You know, realtors think it's me, and, you know, I just have to stay focused and do my thing. But, you know, there's nothing better than coming into an office where you have team members around you, happy people. You know, you're always cooking. You're always, like we call you, the cheerleader. You know, I mean, there's literally nothing better than that. And side note, normally we are not drinking mimosas, but cheers, number one.
Cheers.
So today we are having Headshot Day. So we have all the agents in the office. You're going to actually get a chance to meet all of our agents. And you're going to hear a little bit more about what culture means to them. But, you know, Tim has been an agent for
10 plus years.
10 plus years. So you've worked at many places.
Yeah.
And, you know, give Susan, newer agent, you know, a little over
2 years.
2 years. So you're going to have a different view on culture because you've worked at a couple places. You've worked at many places. So tell us what culture means to you.
What culture means to me is, you know, especially in an office setting, is the environment that you're in. Having, you know, you're excited to go to the office because I'm much more productive when I go to the office. And going to the office when there's toxic, a toxic atmosphere, it's not good for your psyche, it's not good for anybody else's, and it really kind of, you know, changes your tone as you're, you know, working through your day. Coming into an office that is inviting and accepting, and knowing that you can talk to anybody in the office for help makes a huge difference in our business for sure.
Can't agree more. You know, and that's another thing, you know, when people come in to interview, I mean, you know, from when we work together at other places, the most important thing is knowing that you can go to someone at any point in time, hey, Tim, I need help. I don't have to pay you to help me.
Nope.
I don't have to pay you to do a showing. Basically, it's, you know, in our culture, our office at Castanetti Realty, you know, we get what we give. You know, I mean, you
Right.
know the people that, you know, we had a potluck lunch the other day.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Everyone comes out, everyone cooks.
Yeah.
You know, it's so important. And unfortunately, I have worked at other places where you don't get that same reciprocity.
Right,
You know, and
right.
that's not the one thing I hear, what I love to see, like on our team page. Hey guys, can someone help me out with an inspection? There's like 10 people that step up right away and say, hey, I'm ready to go.
Exactly.
Or, you know, someone needs help with learning how to use Canva or, you know, Dot Loop or something like that. If they don't have that help, you know, here you're going to get it no matter what. I mean, I walk into the office and I see random agents sitting with other agents saying,
Yep.
you know, we're doing a little training.
Paying it forward is huge, and
Yes.
everybody started somewhere.
Exactly.
And not knowing, you know, and when somebody steps in and helps you, you kind of want to pay it forward to help others.
Right.
You know, so yeah, it just makes us better agents.
And
Right.
It's, right. And it's mostly a relationship, you know. So, you know, I always equate business to personal relationships, you know, marriages, boyfriend, girlfriend, partners, whatever it should be. You know, it's so important to have, you know, that open communication, that open dialogue, and that willingness to do whatever you can for your fellow person, because listen, we all need help.
Right.
No
right.
matter what
Yeah,
it is, you know.
absolutely.
And in this environment too, I mean, we're dog friendly. We're a cat. No one's ever brought their cat in here, but that would be funny. A cat on a leash. But kid friendly, and that's important. You know, you're not just a number.
Right.
And I never want
Right.
someone to feel like they're just a number here. I want them
Absolutely.
to feel like they're my only agent. You know, and that again, it's, you know, again, I'm available 24/7. You guys know that my phone, you know, literally never shuts off.
Right.
But Sue, for you being an agent for a couple of years, tell us what's important and what culture means to you.
Well, what's important to me is when I was looking to put my real estate license to use, I had seen a lot of Facebook posts about Andrea Castanetti, Castanetti Realty Group, and what a great family feel it was here. And anyone that knows me knows family is like my number one priority.
Yep.
So I thought, you know what, I think this would be a great fit for me. And then I came and met with Andrea in the fall, and then I started that January after, and it is a great fit. It's nice that you can call on your other agents and they sit down with you, they help you. and you never feel uncomfortable reaching out to them. So that was extremely important to me, and I feel like Andrea has created that environment for all of us here. You know, we all have the same goals, we all have the same mission, we all like charity, we like giving back to the community. So that was like a number one thing for me, and I did find a family home here.
Totally, I love it. You just got a raise, Sue. Good job. So, you know, I mean, you already got a raise. So, you know, but I mean, when I think of, you know, the word culture, you know, so many people, culture, but what does it really mean? So, you know, we were talking about this the other day, and when you break it down, you know, I think knowing that you have a support system, because again, being a realtor, you are a 1099 employee. Technically, this is your own business. Right. And I want you guys to build your own businesses. But as we always say, the CRG family, and it truly is, you know, our extended family. I mean, you know, we're going on vacation. Yep. You know, we had our awesome lunches. You know, you dropped eggplant parm off at our house that we devoured in a day. You know, stuff like that to me is so much more than just being a realtor.
Right.
And making your commission and going home. You know, our charity events, everybody bands together. Whenever I put something on the team page, hey, so-and-so needs XYZ, everybody steps up in huge ways, you know, to help anyone in need at any time. And, you know, that's why, you know, we're a small business. We're going to stay that way. We're going to stay, you know, with our family focus, because again, I've always made it clear we want to be more than just a realtor, you know, and that's why having our charitable component, having like-minded individuals, you know, I don't just hire anybody to hire anybody. You know, I really want people to possess what we're looking for in this business. And, you know, again, culture is what keeps us coming to the office every day, keeps us working, and, you know, keeps us motivated.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I think there's so many pros to having an amazing culture, and that's what draws people to us.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know, and so many people, especially with the nonprofit, they want to come, they want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm excited to hear from you guys, you know, because again, it's important. So as we start to wrap up, so creating culture is one thing, but maintaining it is vital. And, you know, year after year, you know, we're bringing so many new people on and opening new offices, which you're going to touch on. And, you know, saying your culture is one thing, but really proving it, you know, the proof is in the pudding.
Exactly.
So, you know,
exactly.
with our new office in Charlton.
Yeah, we opened a new office in Charlton, and we are doing the same thing there that we did here, creating that accepting environment, and everybody's here to help. Because, you know, when they grow, we grow, as a company, as a brand, and just as a family. And it's not just about real estate with us. It's even outside of real estate, we get together, we hang out, we help each other if we need to, we go to each other's kids' birthdays, you know, so it really does feel like a small family. And you know, that environment's not for everyone, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But with us, that's a huge component to our success and, you know, to our office culture.
And that's, you know, actually I forgot about that part. And the most important part is feeling appreciated, you know, and taking care of your agents, because you made a very valid point. When you grow, we grow.
Right.
So, you know, my main goal as the owner here is to make everyone as successful as possible, but show you how much I appreciate you and value you as, you know, as we grow. So, you know, team trips and godforsaken New Hampshire and the negative 24-degree weather. We'll touch upon that later. But trips and lunches and dinners and outings and things like that where, you know, we can continue to grow together, not just as coworkers, but as friends and family.
Absolutely.
And Sue, as we wrap up.
Well, I think the healthy company culture that Andrea has created here has helped us all to thrive. And for me, looking at the other agents, being able to call upon them, to reach out, any help, the support that I get is invaluable. And for me, this is a perfect fit. I love the family feel.
Love it. Well, I'm very thankful for what you guys bring to the company. I look forward to our continued success.
Absolutely.
And cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Love you very much.
We love you
Love
too.
you too.
Cheers. And we're back, and I am joined today with Mike Voyer and Elise Bartolini. So they are two agents that have been with me for a while, and, you know, I think the most important part is hearing real life stories, opinions from other agents, so you kind of get a better feel for what culture means. So, Mike, how long have you been a realtor?
About 8.5 years.
Oh, that long?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've obviously worked at a few locations.
Yep.
Culture. How important is it, and what does it mean to you?
Well, for me, it's more of family atmosphere, which drew me here.
drew your wife here. Remember how we first met? I'll tell a quick story. I get a message from his wife, Tracy. We're Facebook friends, and she's like, hi. So my husband's looking for a job. Can you hire him? I'm like, sure, send him down. So you have to thank Tracy for that.
And I have
Yeah.
many times.
Perfect.
And my first day that I met you, I came into this office and sat down. You were on the phone for a minute. And you started cussing right away. I'm like, oh, I love this.
What you see is what you get with me,
Yeah,
but
this is where I need to be. And yeah, and you know, obviously I took a step back for a year, and but I'm back.
and you realize what's important, what you missed.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, we don't need to talk about another cussing story. However, how long have you been a realtor, Elise?
I've been a realtor for about 4 years now.
That was 4 years.
4 years ago.
Time flies, man. All right, so you've worked at a bunch of, not different brokerages, but different people, person, places. So you're already like always client facing or person facing at like the country club.
Yes.
So you've had a few different opinions. So regarding culture for you, what does it mean?
Culture for me is just everyone having the same commonality
Right.
within the office. So being able to support each other, being able to lean on other agents and not feel like you're stepping on eggshells or, it's just everyone's here for like the greater good. And that's what makes our culture, I think, the best.
Right, I love that.
Especially here, I'm a full-time firefighter as well. So on days that I am working and I need a client to help with a client for a showing, people are very willing to step up and help.
Right.
And that's the atmosphere.
And there's no worse feeling when you're like, I need help, and who's gonna help me? And I've been there, and you feel like you're bothering people. And for here, what I love is walking into the office. You'll be sitting in the conference room teaching someone whatever. My phone's always on for whenever you guys have calls, questions, concerns, issues. But the biggest thing is when someone needs help, like you guys just step up so selflessly.
Oh, yeah.
And that to me, like, there's no better feeling to see that, and especially me not having any idea. And you don't feel, when you ask someone for help, you don't feel indebted to them.
Well, and we also cheerlead for everyone else.
Right.
So, we're not in competition. We're all working towards the greater good. But when somebody else has a small victory, you're applauding them.
Exactly.
And it's not fake.
And it's,
Like,
I was just
it's
going to say,
genuine.
and it's genuine. And
Yeah.
that's, and that's what I love. Again, it's a family atmosphere, and people genuinely are happy for one another. And, you're not looking at, oh, Mike, he just sold a house, screw him. It's like, that's friggin' awesome.
Right.
Keep it going. How do we support one another?
Right.
So, I'm really thankful to have you guys on the team. Thank you for all you guys do.
Thank you.
Anything you want to close with if someone might not know about you?
Oh,
We love those. Come on,
No,
don't be
put
shy.
me on the spot. While Elise is thinking, I think if I may just add something too, I would say that that participation across the board, it helps the newer agents. I know Elise will back me up on this too. Be successful because while we're saying yes, we'll help you, and yes, we'll cover showings, and yes, we'll do that. Well, that's also giving us experience, right? So I think we in this organization just realize that we're more successful together, and
Right.
that's pretty special.
100%.
Our hashtag better together.
Better together, Team CRG.
Thanks for all you guys do.
thanks.
Thanks.
And we're back with some more of my agents. We have Gary Gay and Emily Phelps. Gary's been with me for a few years, and Emily's actually a brand new agent. So it'll be great to see a more veteran agent and a newer agent talk about what culture means to them. So Gary, you're up. What's culture mean to you?
Culture is very important. It really has a lot to do with where I chose to put my license and where I choose to do business, because it really just the camaraderie and working together and not being very competitive in like a negative way. That was really important for me when I came
Yeah.
over here.
That's funny that you said that, because literally Elise just said something like very similar as far as
Yeah.
we're not in competition with one another. And no one wants to look at someone on the other side of the table knowing that they're competing with them. You generally want someone to support you. So that's funny that you just said that. It's so true.
Yeah, we always jump in and help each other, and it's very collaborative. Everyone's always willing to help out, which is really, really cool.
Yep. And the good thing is it's not just business too, personal.
Yeah.
You bring the kids in here and we're loving on all of them, and that you can have someone watch your kids if need be. And get some work done, and same with you bringing the kids, and You know, I mean, I think that's so much more important than just coming in, sitting at your desk, doing your work, and going home.
Yep. Every time we bring the kids in, it's candy and sometimes books, but definitely candy.
It may be a lot, yes. Hence, someone that doesn't have kids, and it may be someone that feeds all the candy and all the sugar. And then I say bye-bye now.
I feed French fries, not candy.
Right,
Sure
exactly.
is French fries.
It all
French fries,
works.
right.
Yeah.
And then we say, here you go, Gary, have a nice day. And Emily, as a brand new agent, you know, as far as, you know, you came in, you interviewed, we chatted on the phone. What does culture mean to you?
Well, culture to me is, you know, it's environment, but it's also a feeling that I get of just like, you know, well, I can just say from being on the interviews when I came here, I just immediately felt like the team bond, the, you know, like a family, and it just was so comfortable and so welcoming and so open. That's what really drew me to you guys. But, you know, culture to me is just, it's just a feeling that you get of safety and just like a happy place that you feel like you can build and grow, and teamwork. Like when the team's happy and growing, everybody's growing together. It's just a great vibe, and I felt that, and it's
That's
everything.
actually perfect that you said that, because Tim just said, when you grow, we grow. And
Yeah.
it's, you know, I wish people really understood and had that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not every man for himself in this business. You know, for some it is. But for us, you know, having something truly special and unique where we genuinely want one another to be successful, because it's only going to be for the greater good of everybody. So, yeah, awesome. And Gary, you know, for you, you've done a bunch of different things in real estate. So, you know, what would you say is like the number one important thing or component that a brokerage has that attracts you to it?
I think a lot comes down to that sort of feeling like Emily was talking about. But also I wanted a place that felt very professional and focused on the business. And I felt like we had comforting aspects and working together as a family, but it was also in a very professional atmosphere, which I appreciated, and kind of before I came along was trying to think about building myself. So it was really nice.
And I appreciate it. You know, I mean, people see, you know, again, social media only shows snippets of
Yeah.
what people do.
Yeah.
So, you know, what people might not know behind the scenes is, of course, we have our fun. We go out, we have some drinks, we eat, we do, you know, we do trips and all that stuff. But we also ensure your success.
Yeah.
You know, and we give you every single tool and opportunity that you need and could want. And, you know, now it's just a matter of you guys going with it. So, you know, I think being all encompassing is what, you know, is really going to be the key to success for everybody.
Yeah.
But, you know, culture, again, knowing people have your back genuinely, business and personal, you know, to me is one of the most important things. And what made me really want to open and bring like-minded people on. You know, I mean, I don't just hire to hire. I want people to know what we're about, what I expect.
Yep.
So I appreciate you guys. You guys are an awesome addition to the team, and I look forward to your success.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
I'll
guys.
be here for a while.
And we are back talking culture with three of our new agents. We have Maria Gribbins, Patty Ravelli, and Carla Miller. Patty and Carla actually just opened Castanetti Coastal in the Cape, so they're going to talk about culture here in Central Mass and culture in the Cape. And Maria is actually a brand new agent that just joined us, so she's going to be talking about what brought her to CRG and what culture means to her. So seeing that Patty and Carla have both been agents for 60 years or more, tell me guys, what's important to you and what does culture mean to you? Carla, you're up.
So culture, one of the things that really drove me here and that I see in the culture is the ability to grow as a person. There's many places that don't foster innovation and change and, don't support each other. And I had always heard that, your brokerage was the place to be if you wanted that kind of collaborative culture. And also for me, innovation, technology are things that are really important and that we're going to see more and more be a part of everyone's life, and real estate is no exception. And the fact that, you were so open to that, and the culture here is, we'll try it and see if it works, right? To me, that was something that I was really excited about.
We talk about that a lot. I mean, how do you know if something works if you don't try it or have the right people in place, to run with it? So, if it doesn't work, you learn from it, and if it works, great, and, grow with it.
100%, yeah.
Patty, my friend.
It's such a family atmosphere here. It's been what brought me here to begin with. I absolutely love working with everybody here. Actually, I was a little bit sad to move to the Cape, but I'm actually very excited now. Kyler and I have a really good thing going on, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity for us, and I think it's going to be great.
I love it. Don't mind the champagne pouring in the background, but hence, you know, going off, right, part of the culture over here
That's
is
just how we roll.
kicking back and having some fun. And Maria, as a brand new agent, you know, you understand culture because of previous businesses and being in the roles that you've been in. So what does it mean to you in this type of atmosphere?
So I wanted to come to this brokerage because of the family dynamic, and also I didn't want to just be another agent in another office. I wanted to learn the ropes, and I wanted to make sure that I was going to get the education I needed, the help I needed, and the overall experience. And so far it's been like that, and we are a family, and everybody helps everybody, and it's amazing.
I love that. And that's, you know, so many times people like sign someone up and then like forget about them.
Yeah.
And I've been there, you know, and there's no worse feeling than sitting in an office saying, what am I doing? Why am I working so hard for someone that really doesn't care about me? You know, so I mean, I think, you know, family, literally, that's all we've said. You know, our Italian heritage, you know, makes us appreciate that even more. So, you know, I appreciate what you guys bring to the table. You know, I'm looking forward to what happens in the Cape. You know, it's you know, it's not hard to duplicate. It's, you know, we talk about consistency, you know, and realizing what you like and what you don't like. You know, but I think culture literally is embedded in us. And that's why you guys all bring something different to the table. So I appreciate everything.
Thank you.
Good
We
job.
love you.
Love you more. You're the best.